Hey everyone, it's Ryan Chen here. Today I have Mark Steinfield, the owner of Phorm Fitness, the previous owner of Phorm Fitness, and and today he's going to come here and share his experience with working with us on securing a mortgage note.
Hi,
Hey Mark, how
how
are
are
you?
you? Good, good. How are you, Ryan?
I'm good myself. Um, why don't we go ahead and jump into what you believe was was helpful in now part, the good, the bad, and everything in general in securing that note.
Sure. Well, what was interesting was I first went to a normal bank and I experienced some issues with my lending or the loan that would prevent me from actually completing the loan.
Mhm.
But I went to a specialist for what's called a DSCR loan, which is a for investors. And even though I own the properties with no mortgage, still required to have a specialist to try to help me close this loan. Um, he also encountered some difficulties with not anything for me, but it was more about my homeowners policy, the HOA, homeowners association policy. And Ryan was actually able to go look at that, see what was wrong, get it resolved. And then we proceeded ahead and we closed not only on one property, actually on
Mhm.
both properties that I own, two very important loans for me for cash
Mhm.
flow purposes. And we finally got it done.
And, and Mark, what would you say is kind of the 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 biggest hurdle when it was when you were trying to get the financing through a traditional bank? What do you think was the reason why they couldn't get something in place for you?
I don't think they were equipped with understanding the
Mhm.
nuances of a DSCR loan.
Mhm.
It's a special investor's loan,
Mhm.
which is
Mhm.
what I found good about Loancater is that you're
Mhm.
familiar with all different types of financing options. And
Mhm.
when you get into just beyond a normal residential loan, that extra knowledge is very important. Without it, uh, you almost would get denied for a loan for no
Mhm.
particular reason. And
Yeah.
the frustrating thing was to have no mortgage at all. I paid cash for the two
Mhm.
units, so and
Yeah.
still have a problem. But
Mhm.
like I said, we were able to overcome those and proceed ahead with the
Mhm.
closing.
And and obviously with us, originally we promised you 30 days. So it wasn't a completely smooth ride.
Right.
How do you feel about the process altogether? There was bumps along the road. I know it wasn't completely smooth, but overall, how would you say you feel about the process?
But I think the process was fairly smooth, but I think that the what would be helpful would be to provide a checklist of all documents required
Mhm.
at the very beginning of the loan, so that you could
Mhm.
start accumulating everything.
Mhm.
And again, it's a specialty loan, so you weren't sure exactly what was necessary. The other issue which we did encounter, and I highly recommend that you
Mhm.
employ these services, is that for the international traveler who invests in real
Uh,
estate,
uh,
there's going to come a time when he has to sign documents
mhm.
via DocuSign,
Mhm.
and it has to be done with a notary. And there are many, many companies now that understand this, that they have a special proprietary software, which is closed circuit, and they can actually watch me signing the
Yeah.
documents, even though I may be in a different country. I think that was probably the largest frustrations that we weren't able to do that because our final
Mhm.
loan, company wouldn't accept that.
Yeah.
That's really the biggest,
Mhm.
I guess, recommendation I have for your company is that we get that approved up front because you're going to be dealing a lot with international investors. Yeah.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. So overall, smooth, but two portions of concern, two parts of concern, which is the part where you were in the same parts and needed notary to come to you. So we had to wait until you come back to New Jersey to close. And also the fact that there was a back and forth of additional documents that was not previously requested.
Correct.
Yeah. Yeah. And since you got the funding, what were you able to do with the money? The 500,000 that we provided, 475 to be exact. What do you think? What does that allow you to do for Phorm Fitness?
So we were involved in rebranding from a major name, Gold's Gym, and creating a new brand, Phorm Fitness. To do that, we wanted to upgrade the gym to a more of a luxury experience.
Mhm.
And I started that process last year with the understanding that I was easily going to be able to obtain financing through normal means. As it went on, I began to use short-term remedies, which put me into a very awkward situation where my credit utilization from a personal standpoint increased, and that actually hurt me down the road. So what I've done is I've reduced all of the short-term debt to down to almost nothing, and I've continued with the renovations, and we're having a grand reopening on June 27th, which is just in the beginning of the summer season, right on time. So it's the money came through in the nick of time to finish up the renovations, reduce that short-term debt load, and then have a little bit of reserve capital as well.
Got it. Got it. That's awesome. Thank you so much for your time, Mark. And I'm glad we were able to work with you and help you get what you wanted in terms of the capital. And I look forward to working with you in the future.
Excellent. Same here, Ryan. Thank you very much.
Thanks so much.